Ever wondered how hackers find their way into complex network systems? Well, the secret lies in a technique known as network footprinting. It's a process hackers use to gather vital information about a targeted network system. But don't be too quick to label it as a villain's tool. It's not strictly for malicious intent. Network footprinting is also a crucial method for enhancing network security, helping the good guys identify weak spots. Stay tuned if you want to understand the step-by-step process of network footprinting. To put it simply, network footprinting is the process of collecting as much information as possible about a network. Think of it like a detective gathering clues about a case. In the realm of cybersecurity, network footprinting serves a similar purpose. It's a technique used by security professionals to identify potential vulnerabilities in a network system. The information collected can include details about the network structure, the systems in use, and the types of security measures in place. This information is like a roadmap, providing a clear picture of the network's layout and helping to highlight any weak spots that could be exploited. Why is this important? Well, in order to protect a network, you need to fully understand it first. Network footprinting is the first step in that understanding, providing valuable insights that can help fortify a network against potential threats. Now that we understand what network footprinting is, we can move on to the actual process. Network footprinting can be broken down into 5 main steps. Let's dive right into the first step: information gathering. Picture yourself as a detective, hunting for clues. This is where you're collecting as much data as you can about your target. You're looking at public records, websites, and social media. You're trying to understand the landscape before you even set foot on it. It's all about getting a clear picture of what you're dealing with. Next, we move on to scanning. This is like knocking on doors to see who's home. You're actively probing the network, checking for open ports, identifying active IP addresses, and figuring out what kind of operating system they're running. This is how you know where the vulnerabilities might lie and where you can potentially get in. Then comes enumeration. This is where you're digging deeper into the network, cataloging resources that can be exploited. Think of it as looking through the windows of a house trying to spot any valuables. You're identifying user accounts, system banners, routing tables. It's about getting a detailed inventory of the system. The fourth step is intrusion. Now that you've gathered all the information, identified the weak spots, and cataloged the resources, it's time to make your move. You're breaking into the system, exploiting those vulnerabilities you found. But remember, this isn't about causing damage, it's about understanding the system and how to protect it. Finally, we have tracking. This is your footprint. You're documenting every step you took, every piece of information you found, and every action you performed. This is crucial for understanding how you were able to penetrate the system and how to prevent it from happening again. Each of these steps plays a crucial role in the overall process of network footprinting. And remember, while we've painted a picture of a potential hacker, these steps are also crucial for those working in cybersecurity to understand and protect their systems better. Many may ask, why is network footprinting so important? Well, let's carve out the answers. For starters, it's a crucial step in identifying network vulnerabilities. By mapping out a target's network, we can spot weak spots that could be exploited by malicious cyber attackers. And it's not just about identifying the problems, it's about providing solutions too. Network footprinting aids in bolstering network security by enabling us to reinforce those identified weak points before they become a cybercriminal's playground. But let's not forget its critical role in ethical hacking. In this realm, network footprinting is a tool of protection rather than destruction. Ethical hackers, or white hat hackers, use it to uncover vulnerabilities and fix them, thus securing the network from potential breaches. Just like a doctor diagnosing a patient, they analyze the network's health and prescribe necessary remedies. So, network footprinting is a double-edged sword, useful to both hackers and cybersecurity professionals. But there's a darker side to network footprinting that we need to be aware of. Like any powerful tool, network footprinting can be misused. In the wrong hands, it can become a weapon for cybercriminals. Hackers can exploit the information gleaned from footprinting to invade privacy, pilfer data, or even sabotage systems. This is why the ethical use of this tool is paramount in the world of cybersecurity. Imagine a burglar surveying a house before they strike. They look for weak points, study routines, and gather as much information as possible. Similarly, cybercriminals can use network footprinting to plan and execute their attacks with precision. This potential for misuse underscores the importance of ethical standards in cybersecurity. As individuals and organizations, we must ensure that our practices respect privacy and safeguard information. It's not enough to have the knowledge and the tools. We must also have the wisdom to use them responsibly. It's crucial to remember that with great power comes great responsibility. So, we've covered a lot of ground today on network footprinting. This journey began with defining network footprinting, a process where we gather as much information as possible about a network, its systems, and its users. This information is like a roadmap, guiding us through the complex labyrinth of a network structure. We then delved into the steps involved in network footprinting. It's a meticulous process that begins with identifying the target, followed by gathering information, and culminates in analyzing the data for potential vulnerabilities. It's like playing detective, piecing together bits of information to form a bigger picture. Next, we discussed the importance of network footprinting. It's a cornerstone in cybersecurity, helping us identify potential weak points and bolster defenses. It's no exaggeration to say that a well-executed footprinting exercise can be the difference between a secure network and a compromised one, but like any tool, network footprinting can be misused. The same techniques that can fortify a network can also be used maliciously to exploit it. This led us to a key discussion on the ethical considerations in cybersecurity. It's important to remember that with great power comes great responsibility. And that brings us to the end of our journey. We hope this overview has shed some light on the intricacies of network footprinting. Remember, understanding network footprinting is a step towards better network security. Stay safe out there.